right. Hey everybody, welcome back to On the Glide Slope. Today we are going to be streaming for the PilotEdge Nobody Goes to Reno event. I'm a big fan of PilotEdge and try to fly on the network all the time as a way of keeping my pilot brain engaged. And today we are actually also going to be featuring a great new piece of gear in the home cockpit, the Real Sim Gear GNS 530, which was sent to me as a beta unit by the good people at realsimgear.com. I just got it last night. I've had a chance to configure it and work with it a little bit, and it's really very cool. So we'll be working with that today also. In terms of route, the overall event is either from Reno to Boeing or Seattle, or from Glacier to Boeing or Seattle. From Kalispell to Seattle in my Piper Saratoga is like a 3.5 hour flight. So we're going to miss those departures. Instead, we're going to go out of Spokane, Class Charlie airspace. In terms of how we'll fly the route, I'll probably do VOR navigation. So we'll go to Ephrata VOR, and then we'll go to the, let's see, which one is that? Ephrata to Wenatchee, and then we'll head over to probably just going straight into Seattle from there. I'll be programming it into the GTN, or the GNS, so we can see that as we go. And that's the thing. So I see some people are starting to tune in. If you could give me a kind of an audio check at some point, that'd be great. In the meantime, let's start going through our checklist and getting ready to go. I think I solved the problem of the crashing USB webcam drivers. I hope so. If so, we'll find out soon enough and get going. I'm probably the only person going out of Spokane. Everybody else is going out of Kalispell. But this should put me squaring of all the arrivals. Tracer Facer, thanks for the sound check. I appreciate it. So if we were just going to quickly get organized so we don't have to do all this on the fly. GEG pattern altitude is 3385, and let's see here, we're probably going to have to have clearance. What's the clearance? The clearance is 127.55, ATIS is 124.32, ground 121.9, and tower is 118.3. We're going to be going to Boeing, that's Bravo, Foxtrot, Indigo. We will request flight following along the way. And then our next radio we're going to have to worry about that is going to be the Ephrata VOR, EPH, that's 112.6. We're going to want to fly into it on about a heading of, let's see, about 2402, and then we'll go to the Wenatchee VOR AT, EAT. That's 111.0, and we're going to go into that 77.2 away. That's going to be 258.2, and then we'll fly out of there on about 261 from. Okay, so where is the whiskey? Yeah, there we go. 5x5. Thanks for that, guys. Okay, so again, we're doing the PilotEdge flight. Everybody else is going out of Kalispell. We're going out of Spokane because I just don't have 3 hours to sit in the airplane. Let's just double check the PilotEdge website and make sure that we are indeed logged in. we'll get going. 47 current pilots. It's a big event for PilotEdge. That's pretty cool. A lot of people going out of Rito. We already have some initial departures. A whole bunch of people on the ground in Kalispell, and we are the only people that I can see. Wow, the map is just crushed. There's all these people. That's great. We are the only people on the ground, and it has us logged in, so that's good. We'll go back over to ForeFlight. Let's start getting ready to go. Okay, so for our checklist. We've done our walk around, everything inspection and cleaning. Okay, mixture in, prop in, throttle. It's good. Avionics is off. Beacon and nav lights on. Circuit breakers are punched. Fuel selector should be over to the left tank. It is. Carb heat is off, although we don't have it in the Saratoga. Mixture is full rich. Prop is full throttle, 1/4 inch. Standing on the brakes, we would yell clear prop. Master switch on. Fuel pump on. And then we would the ignition. It's like she doesn't want to start up. I wonder why. Fuel pump's working. I wonder if the TPM unit isn't plugged in. That's sort of what it feels like to me. Sometimes it drops a USB driver or a USB piece, ProFlight TPM system. Yeah, it's not reading the TPM. Okay. Well, I am going to quickly fix that. I must have unplugged it somehow. So, just 1 second, guys. You're going to have to get to see my best side while I fix that. In fact, I might just stop the stream for 1 second, and then we'll be right back in just a minute. Of course, that'll boot everybody out, right? So, I'm just going to fix it. Hang tight. There's only about 170 different USB units plugged in back there. Let's see if that fixed it. Hope so. Yep. Hopefully nothing broke while we were doing that. Well, that's the thing. You're never quite sure. All right, sorry for that inconvenience and that inelegant view of my hindquarters. How's the new radio? You guys are going to like it. Yeah, I'm not in it. Yeah, it's all safe. Me just climbing around like that. Okay, let's try it again. Clear prop. There we go. That sounds like how it's supposed to work. It did for a second. Interesting. I wonder what our problem is. Gosh, I'd hate to think that we've got problems with the... I have to calibrate the axes. You guys are watching all the inside baseball stuff. I apologize for that. It's the throttle axis that doesn't seem to be working. It's not reading at all. It's interesting. I wonder if it broke. Huh. It's got a really small range of motion. Let's see what happens, guys, because it may be that I'm out of a TPM unit, in which case I'll have to improvise, which I can do. very steady though. Let's unplug it one more time. I know. Can you see? Reboot? No, I don't want to reboot. No way. That's going to end everything. Let's try one more plug and unplug and see if that gets it. Might be just a loose connection maybe? We'll find out. Let's see what's going on here. That seems to have fixed it. So let's give it another quick calibration. Oh no, it doesn't like it. Okay, so what we're going to do instead is we are going to go, I don't want to get out of the Saratoga. So, all right, I know what we'll do. We'll use this throttle quadrant down here. How does that sound? So we'll just use it for the throttle. So I'll turn that off, none. And we'll go to the Cessna yoke. A little quick problem solving for us guys here while we're doing this. We'll look at the throttle quadrant. Yeah, and that seems to be working fine. So we will make that our throttle. Let's reverse the axis. Okay. Reverse the axis, he said. All right, problem solved. Whew. All right, we're gonna have to check that out. Might be, these TPMs are hard to come by, man. They are not easy to find. I might be able to find some now, but that was a bit tricky, and that gave us a bit of a delay. So apologize for all that problem solving. The new radio. Yeah, now I'm walking. You may have me inside. Well, Robert, it's a great thing to do. I can't, I would encourage you to do it. Yeah, that's interesting, Tracer. I appreciate that. We'll see. Okay, so here's what we're doing is we are featuring today, in addition to PilotEdge, the Real Sim Gear GNS 530. The new radio, it is cool, especially running the GNS 530 software from Reality XP. So let's turn on the avionics. Now we need to restart this because we unplugged a USB device. Luckily, this unit from Flight Illusions works rock solid almost every single time. Avionics on. There we go. Puts my name up here. I'm just going to cover that real quick because I do try to stay anonymous here in the internets. But with the Reality XP, it is really, really cool how well this works. And it's really well made. It's like rock solid. I just need to hit the enter button here real quick. I just scaled our view up a little bit. There we go. That looks straight. Okay. Yeah, the Go Flat, I'd have to paint it black, but that's not the worst thing to do. Okay, so here's the new radio, and it is slick, man. I will tell you what. I'm really impressed with it. And it works really, really well. We're going to go ahead and put in our flight plan here just as an indication of how it works. So, flight plan, boom. Push the button, we got the cursor. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to EPH. Message button works great. So much easier to use this. E, P, H is our first enter. Then we're going to go to EAT. I'll look at your questions in just a second, guys. EAT. Just like the real thing. And then we're going to go to BFI. Going field. Okay. And then we're done. So that's our flight plan. And if I look at it, it tells me suggested altitude 11,600. We're not going to go quite that high. If I look at the profile, we're going to go out at 10.5. It's going to be our cruising altitude today. Let me catch up on some questions. Buying parts building soon. Yeah, the GPS A10 Pilot, it's really great. And this is the first time I've used it in an actual sim event, but it is cool. And again, with the I mean, I've got cross-track error on there. I mean, with the GTN Reality XP GTN software, I mean, it is like you're running the whole thing. It's really, really cool. Even, you know, you can go over to the auxiliary fuel planning, scheduler, density, altitude, true airspeed and winds, checklist, flight timers, trip statistics, CDI alarms, units and position. I mean, you can criteria like, or you can configure everything. It's really, really great. In fact, flight timers. Start that. And then our flight timer is going. Procedures, I mean, it's slick. Slick, slick. Okay, so there's our nav. We're in good shape. Let's get on the radios here and get back to doing what we were supposed to be doing, since we got the throttle problem fixed. Thanks, Timothy. There are, I think, better ones out there, but it's pretty good, and it's taken a long time to do that, to get it set. I've been working on it for 2 years, but you know, I built the whole cabin itself in pieces. I had the whole kind of cabin built in just a weekend. If you go to www.ontheglideslope.com or .net, whichever one, I don't even remember. It's .net. I've actually got some basic plans there and some things that can help you get started. What would I buy? Yeah, yoke, throttle, rudder. I use an iPad for the 6-pack. You need some kind of radios. You know, you could use Cytec, would not be a problem. Although, you know, for the price of a couple pieces of Cytec, you can get this Real Sim Gear GPS. It's $400, and you know, you would have a lot of things solved with that. Certainly your nav and comm radio. Main screen solution, I use a projector, but I'm getting close to breaking down and getting a widescreen TV if I can. Okay, we spent 20 minutes here chatting. Let's continue. Let's get the weather. Weather is 124.32.
Spokane International Information Golf. 1500 Zulu.
Yeah, no kidding, on the cockpit.
Wind 210 at 15. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 13,000 few. 25,000.
I'm running custom weather today because it's IFR in the northwest.
-35. Altimeter 2968. Arriving runway 21.
2968.
Departing runway 21. Advise on initial contact. You have golf.
Did you say 2968? Can that be right? Yeah, that's right. Low pressure. All right, let's double check against our altitude. Field altitude at Spokane is 2,300 feet. That looks 2,385. That looks right. Okay, let's go over to clearance 127.55.
Sky conditions 13,000 few.
Okay, that should be Spokane clearance. If we hear people there in a second, if I'm still on PilotEdge, and I hope I am. 27.55. Yeah, that looks like it. Just make sure we're still on PilotEdge. We are. A lot of guys on the network now starting to make their way. Yep, 127.55. Good, it's reading correctly. The PilotEdge map right now, if you go over to map.pilotedge.net, you can see it. You can see me at Spokane, and you can see all the aircraft starting to depart out of Glacier and out of Reno. Looking at the PilotEdge homepage, it now looks like there are 58 pilots on the network right now flying. I'm going to be the only person at Spokane. I hope somebody's ready to listen to me. Okay, so what was the weather? We'll just say we had echo. And we are going to tell them that we want, I turned off my GPS on the sim real quick because the last time I flew, I wanted to have pure VFR and not be able to see myself, but I'm not going to do that this time. Okay, so now we're talking to PilotEdge, or now we're talking to ForeFlight. Okay. Okay, looks like we're all ready to go. Let's see if we can get clearance from these guys. We're going to say that we are for a west departure with advisories, or a Saratoga, slant Golf. Spokane clearance, Saratoga 15, Juliet Golf with Echo, west departure with advisories. Not hearing anybody. Maybe their voice server is down. I think my audio is all the way up for radios, right? Yep. Huh. I don't hear anything. Well, let's disconnect from PilotEdge and reconnect.
Disconnected.
Sometimes the plugin gets confused.
Connected to PilotEdge.
And we might as well just check my Windows sound settings, although if I can hear that, usually you can hear everything you're supposed to hear. Yeah. Those levels all seem right. Huh. You know what? I wonder if they have, I just thought of something. I bet they don't have, you know, they have Spokane manned, right? Spokane's part of the PilotEdge network, right guys? Yeah. Covered. Let's try it again. 127.55. Let's try the weather again.
Spokane International Information Golf. Spokane International Information Golf.
Let's try it again. Spokane clearance, Saratoga 15, Julie Golf with Echo, west departure. Well, if we can't pick up the radios.
15 Julie Golf Spokane, clearance router, departure frequency 123.75, squawk 5736.
Departure frequency 123.75, squawk 5736, 15 Julie Golf.
Or 5 Julie Golf, is that correct?
Okay, good, we got him. That was starting to make me nervous. These guys are really busy right now, as we're going to see. Okay, so now we can switch over to, see, what do we say, 5736? Okay, we've got that. We're squawking mode C.
Route 420 Tango Charlie Seattle Center Rotor.
Okay, master switches, okay, that's all good. Avionics, everything's looking good that way. Ready for taxi. Let's switch over to ground 121.9. Okay. All right. Let's just confirm our pre-taxi. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. Mrs. Glide Slope had a question. She's the real commander of the ship. Okay, let's see here. Do I plan on buying the GNS 40 when it comes out?
420 Tango.
Yeah, I talked to him about that. I told him I think that that's a good idea. I would like to see that available, actually, because I think that's actually what I use. I'm not quite sure where I would put it in the panel. I might have to replace one of these units, try to make it work that way. How's the sound of PilotEdge versus me? Am I too loud compared to those guys?
420 Tango Charlie, direct battleground.
Let me know. Or if, are they too loud compared to me? Yeah, the 430, so I'm willing to look at it. I see, William, that's funny. Okay, flaps are up. Avionics, we've got that set to the right frequency. Let's go over to tower next 2, which is going to be 118.3. Might as well be ready for that. Sound level is good. PE is too quiet. Okay, Jim, let me know if that's still the case. Comms is 2 out of 5. PE is too quiet. Okay. Because it sounds loud to me. Let's get that fixed before we get any further along in this process, right, guys? So let me just look at the sound mixer really quick. Those are all nice and loud. Headphones. That's all nice and loud. Okay, I'm not quite sure why they're coming sound so quiet. We'll see. I'm just looking at the mixing, and everything else looks about right. Let me look on OBS real quick. Let's turn this up. I'm still learning how to use some of these things, so you know, I apologize. I thank you for your patience.
351 Tango Bravo, Shadow Center.
Let me know how that is. Okay. All right. Where were we? All right, we've got
351 Tango Bravo, same Mach number.
ground on 121.9. We've got tower on 118.3.
0.82.
We're ready to go. These guys are busy today. They've got 80
851
guys
Tango
in
Bravo,
right
again,
now.
Mach 0.82, is that what you're doing?
Yeah, pre-flight check is right. That's why we've got the checklist, right, William? Okay, avionics are good. Transponder is set. ATIS is checked. Altimeter, we've done that. Brakes, compass, altitude, compass, and directional gyro agree.
420 Tango Charlie, same Mach number.
Our heading out of here. Let's get our nav set.
0 Tango Charlie, Roger. What's your cruise Mach?
112.6.
For 420 Tango Charlie, Roger. Maintain flight level 430, that'll be your final altitude.
112.6. Okay, good. We've got that. We're going to fly 242, so let's get that set.
November 851 Tango Bravo, do not exceed Mach 0.80 for en route spacing.
Yeah, because we got 60 guys going there. It's pretty cool. Boeing in Seattle airspace is going to be just nuts when we get there.
You go 458 Seattle Center.
Okay, 240, we've got that. Let's get that set on our heading bug while we're at it. 240. Okay, so we're set. Set there, that's good. Our next nav frequency is going to be 111.0. We got that ready to go. Sounds good now, great, appreciate it. Okay, and if you're having trouble hearing me over them, let me know and I'll back it off. Okay, everything else is good. Landing lights are off. Taxi lights are off. Strobe is off. Our engine is Mr. Green. Oil pressure is good. Fuel pressure is good. Our oil temperature is nice and high. We are ready to taxi. There's nobody around. Let's do our run up here. Stand on the brakes. Using the hand throttle today for reasons I mentioned earlier. Our TPM throttle seems to not be working. Luckily we have a backup. It's a little more twitchy though. Okay. Magneto's going left, or going right. That's good. Going
JetBlue
left.
727 to center rudder.
That's good. We don't have carb heap.
JetBlue
Engine
727
instruments are
Mach number.
green. Gut section. Okay. Back off.
JetBlue 720 center rudder. Do not exceed Mach 0.82 for en
Fuel
route
pressure
space.
back off. Primer is locked. Final control check. Those go up, those go down, that goes up, that goes down. Pressure on the brakes. Okay, we're ready for taxi. Let's go ahead and call him. Where are we? We are at signature. I don't know where that is, but he's busy, so we got to be fast. And we'll pick up advisories in the air. Spokane ground, Saratoga 15 Julie Golf at signature, ready for taxi, west departure.
We're 15 Juliet Golf Spokane ground, runway 23. Correction, runway 21, taxi via Golf.
2-1 via Golf, 15 Julie Golf. Okay, 2-1 via Golf. Make sure we know where we're going. Alright, just a right-hand turn up here. Keep reaching to put my hand on the other throttle. Like I said, I'm not running real world weather because it's bad, it's snowing. And I'm not flying IFR today, so. Looks like our frames are holding together pretty well, given everything we're doing and streaming and the rest.
Alaska 876 Shuttle Center, roger. Global 572 Shuttle Center, roger. What's
I'm
your
not sure
plan?
who designed this Spokane airport, but it's great.
You
It's
have a choice.
I think all default objects in X-Plane, and it's got fuel tanks running around, cars running around. It's really well done.
Global 572 roger, is that what you want to do, or do you have a different speed you'd rather do?
Boy, that's awesome. Loving that. I'm loving that. Okay.
Yeah, Global 572 roger, that'll be
This
no
is
fear.
an
So I'm
older
just trying to
Piper
figure out
model.
if
It's from
Global
I can't
572
remember his
resume
name.
normal speed.
The flight models
Correction.
are great. It's a little
Do
twitchy
not
on the ground.
572, sorry, confused myself now. Maintain Mach 0.78 or
Purpose of
greater.
a 430 and 530 in the same pit, probably not want much. If he were to send me the 430, I'd probably send the 530 back to him.
Eagle 458, Greg Battleground.
But I use the 430 in the airplane that I'm practicing in now, and it will be what I'm using in the airplane when I do IFR training. So I prefer to use the equipment that I'm actually using.
American 427.
So, but a lot of people use them. They'll
Center
use the 530 for the map, and they'll use the 430 for cross track and kind of flight plan tracking and the rest. Okay, we are here at the end of the runway. We've done our run up, pre-flight takeoff. Okay, traffic is checked. Okay, strobes, fuel pump on, strobes on, landing light is on. Flaps and trim, flaps are up. Trim is set to neutral. Fuel pump is on. Mixture is full rich. Prop is full.
Number 851 Tango
Oil
will reduce to
temperature,
Mach
pressure,
0.78.
and oil temperature, oil pressure, and fuel pressure are on the green. Everything else, final control check, everything here looks good. We'll switch over to tower, and let's get our departure frequency ready to go, 123.75. Okay.
Delta 2259 Seattle Center, roger.
All right. Or do we hold short 2-1 at golf? Spokane Tower, Saratoga 15 Julie Golf, holding short 2-1, ready for takeoff.
We're 15 Juliet Golf Spokane Tower. After departure, proceed on course. Runway 21, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 2-1, proceed on course, 15 Julie Golf. Okay, we're ready to go. Nobody's coming. Winds are 210 at 15, so we're going to be having a crosswind here from
1561 Seattle Center, Roger, direct battleground.
oh, right down the pipe, it looks like. Okay, we're on the center line.
420 Tango Charlie, same marker.
Compass and heading agree. Full power.
0 Tango
RPMs
Charlie,
look
City
good.
on 85.
Engine instruments green. Airspeed's
We're
alive.
851 Tango Bravo, main Mach 0.81.
We're on the center line. Got that crosswind working on us.
JetBlue 727, resuming
That
speed.
aileron down. Rotation speed.
Alaska 877 Mach number.
There's that wind. Okay, good. This is the latest beta
Alaska 877
from
Mach
X-Plane.
number.
It's performing quite well.
Alaska 877 Mach 0.81.
Okay, gear up. I think our gear went up. Okay, we'll make our on-course turn. There we go. We're fly to about here. Now we can trim. I'm believing our gear is up. I turned down the external environmental sound, so I can't really hear that very well. And I don't have a gear light on this. Let's fix that. Aircraft exterior environmental. Oh, yeah, now I can hear it. It's a little too loud for my taste.
420 Tango Charlie, Seattle.
Let's turn that down a bit.
Just the same issue there for a second.
There we go, that's better. There's one way I can tell the gears down real quick. I can switch over to Air Manager. See if it gives me what I expect it to give me. Yep.
Count is 352.
This
Seattle
is twitchy too, that's why. There goes the gear. So my TPM is freaking out. That's the bottom line. Okay, we'll have to keep that in mind. Thought I didn't hear it go.
United 3010 Seattle Center, Roger.
Okay, for flight with the winds wants me to fly heading here of about 237. Seems about right. That's giving me desired track at 244. Fly 240 and just follow our needle. I haven't gotten the call to go over to departure yet. That's okay. Good afternoon, Sim Captain. Good to see you. Okay, and again, we're going up to 10.5.
Delta 2259, Roger. Cruise request.
Okay. there's our whole flight plan. This is as much as it'll give me. Giving me cross-track error and everything. It's pretty cool.
Global 572, reduce to Mach 0.76 and turn 20 degrees right, vector for spacing.
Okay. Yes, Mike, it's right here. I know there's a bit of delay between what you guys are saying and what I'm saying. But it's right here and it's great. And my only experience is that its radios are overridden by this. I'm not quite sure why. It's got something to do with the software. It doesn't have anything to do with this unit. It's this might be sending radio signals
Alaska 925 Seattle Center.
more frequently than the other. This guy's busy. I think he might have forgotten about me.
Delta 2259, roger.
Yeah, so this thing's working great. There's terrain. That's traffic. I don't see any traffic around me quite yet on PilotEdge, although they're going to start coming over the top of me here pretty soon. Okay, 9.5, 1,000 feet to go on our climb. We've got orthographic scenery underneath us. Get ready with our cruise checklist, and I'm going to go over to Seattle Center in a minute on 126.1 to ask for advisories if I don't get them here. He's never switched me over to departure, but that's fine. He's busy. I'm not going to bother him. So anyway, I'm playing around with a lot of different stuff. So that's that would be traffic view. When we have some traffic, we'll be able to see it.
Global 572, opening 280. .851 Tango Bravo,
Shows me
Mach
wind
0.75.
there, which is cool. Now we blew through 10.5. Let's go down a little bit. Back off the prop. About 2,400 RPM. Let's back off the throttle. I'm just guessing at manifold pressure here. Okay.
Delta 2259 Mach number.
We can make it back to KSA right now if we needed to. If we have
Delta
a problem.
2259, roger, Mach 0.76.
Yeah, I do too, Mike. It put me in a 851 Tango Bravo. That's right. I have to go down there too. The whole race down there. So Sim Captain Mike.
Boeing 561. Sorry, I gave you an instruction earlier. I don't think you could comply with. Turn left heading 340 and then 18 clear direct battleground.
I'm gonna just switch over to. Let's see. He never told me to go over to departure. He's too busy. But Sim Captain
Boeing
Mike.
561. Did you say 340 heading now?
Sim Captain Mike and I fly out of the same
Boeing
flight school.
561.
St.
5
Petersburg.
degrees left and then 18 direct battleground.
In the real world. And the St. Petersburg has a
Number 15 Juliet Golf, and if I didn't tell you already, Squawk VFR frequency change approved.
VFR frequency change approved. Thanks for the help. 15 Juliet Golf. Okay, we'll go a little bit, then we'll pick up advisories as we get out there a little bit. And I'll just go over to what he gave me. It was departure 123.175. So
Global 572 direct battleground.
the the deal is that Sim Captain Mike and I are flying out of the same flight school, and they've had this race going on out there for a while, for like 14 days. So the airport was actually shut down because the start-finish line and the front stretch were actually runway 25 out of Albert Whitted, which is the runway you use probably 75% of the time when you're flying out of there.
Caller 352.
So all my crosswinds were then above my crosswind component, so I had to just bail on flying. And my next flight, Mike, was my solo cross country, so I was all primed and ready to do it, and practiced it, and planned it, and then no joy. So I'm looking to hopefully get down there and fly next week. Okay, so we're getting trimmed in for our cruise here. We're at 10.5. Cruise checklist, power is about where we want it. Elevator trimmer set, make sure we can lean it above 5,000 feet. We are certainly that. I'll look at my exhaust gas temperature gauge as we leave the airplane.
454 loud.
Doesn't look like the mixture gauge is working either, actually. So let's assign that as well. And it looks like I'm going to be in the market for a new TPM unit, unless I can open it and fix it myself. Might as well make this prop. And I might as well make this mixture. And we'll go over to the TPM and unassign both of those. Sorry about the break in immersion, guys. But I guess people have always said, why do you have two sets of throttle quadrants? Now I know. There we go. This is more like the real thing anyway. Now let's lean this out here. Meantime, I'm off my heading. This is a good thing, practice task saturation.
Global 572.
Of course, when you're flying in the real airplane, you're also not trying to run a web stream and chat with people and do all that stuff, but it's good practice nonetheless. Get back on our needle. Now let's lean the airplane. Good right there. And we can take the prop back to about 2,300. Fuel pump off, landing light off. Okay, we're cruising. Bit of a headwind, but we're doing okay. Getting back on our needle. Yeah, I mean, if you're right by St. Pete, that would make sense. Certainly big boy traffic there, even more so than Whitted. You'd be flying around a lot of Airbuses and stuff. That'd be
American
great.
2250 center
Great
right.
for your development. Okay, we're cruising along. We're doing about 135 knots. I generally want a little more speed out of the Piper than that. Let's add a little more manifold pressure. My normal operating speed is 154 knots, so.
Yeah, at 3010, correct battleground.
I can get a little more out of it than that. Coming back to our heading. Getting back to doing what we're supposed to do. Take a look at the PilotEdge map real quick. See when those guys are about ready to start coming over the top of me. Oh man, there are a bunch of airplanes about to start coming over the top of me. That is pretty amazing. I'm the first guy in the trail.
318 Seattle and rudder. Same Mach number.
They're all coming up to me. That's pretty funny. Guys in epics. All right, so I'm gonna get advisories.
318 Roger, maintain Mach 0.79.
I'm gonna pick up advisories. Okay, there we go. We're on our needle. We've got more speed. Climbed a little bit. Let's get him. Let's go over to Seattle Center on 126.1.
Global 572, main Mach 0.79. Global 570, appear to be direct to battleground now.
Ortho scenery's looking good.
American 427, main Mach 0.76. Delta 2259, main Mach 0.74. For 420 Tango, descended pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 260.
Well, I'll tell him that we are
Brave 51 Tango, descended pilot's discretion,
30
maintain flight
miles
level
west of
340.
GEG. Got a bit of a lean here on my, might be the iPad.
JetBlue 727 is battleground at maintain flight level 240. JetBlue 727 and correction that cross battleground at or above flight level 240 and maintain flight level 240. JetBlue 727, just telling you at the end there, maintain flight level 240 above battleground at or above.
Seattle Center, Saratoga 15 Juliet Golf, BFI request. 30 miles west. Okay.
Southwest 505, Seattle Center, roger. JUSA 320 Signal Center, roger. American 491, Seattle Center, roger, resume normal speed.
Yes, I'm going to go to Sun and Fun this year, for sure.
Alaska 925, clear direct ground. United 454, clear direct battleground.
We may not get advisories. He's busy.
American 22, clear direct battleground.
So the way PilotEdge does this is they tend to have a couple people working ground, a couple people working tower, a couple people, maybe one or two people working center. You clearly working center.
Eagle 458 and via the Hawk 6 arrival, Seattle landing south.
Time has expired. Time to switch tanks. Fuel pump on. Positive fuel flow. Yep, fuel pump off. Start another timer. Still learning my way around. I'm definitely learning my way around this. Here we go. Try it again. Seattle Center, Saratoga 15 Juliet Golf, BFR request.
Saratoga 1 Golf, roger, safe position.
30 miles west Spokane, 10,500, like advisories to Bravo, Foxtrot, Indigo.
1 Golf, roger, contact Seattle Center 15.1 with your request.
15.1 for 15 Juliet. One two 5.1 he must mean. think that's right. 126.1. These neck of the woods.
Gulfstream 420 to go Charlie, descend via the Olympia to arrival, Seattle landing south. Yeah, I know, but restrictions are told to you depending on the configuration at Seattle. So you just follow the configuration for the south restrictions, if that makes sense. It's actually printed on the chart.
What Seattle center could he have meant for me to get? 121.5, I would imagine, not 125.1. 121.5. Right? 121.5. Okay, let's do that.
And 420 Tango Charlie, save Mach number.
Same guy.
420 Tango Charlie, Roger, Mach 0.79 or less.
Can't believe I have one center controller handle all these guys. It's going to be crazy.
And JetBlue 77, if you could just keep your speed up as much as practical for me, that would be great.
Got some traffic over here off to my left. Can't quite see it.
UPS 1802 Seattle Center Run. And JetBlue 727, just so we don't need maximum forward speed from you, but
we're 30 miles east.
My preference is you keep your speed about present or greater.
Of Ephrata VOR. So it looks like I'm loading some scenery here.
American 225 Seattle Run. Green Wings 318, clear direct ground. Southwest 50, clear direct battleground.
Yeah, you noticed the Rays hat, huh? Loving it. Okay, so be about, it's right here. This is it. This is that unit.
Eastern 458, maintain Mach 72.
And it's spectacular. It's really, 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 really good.
Sorry, Eagle 450, maintain Mach 0.72.
I think it's
for
awesome.
spacing.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. 30 miles east of Ephrata, 10,500. Seattle Center, Saratoga 15, Julie Golf, 30 miles east of Ephrata, 10,500. Advisories to Boeing.
15 Julie, if you're on guard, try 125.1.
Good lord. 125.1, 15 Julie Golf. What am I seeing when I looked at that? Of course I know 121 is... No, it actually says that here on the chart, 121.5. It actually has the guard frequency on ForeFlight.
920 Tango Robert Center, current default 240.
Unbelievable. You're on guard! Okay. Seattle Center, Saratoga 15 Juliet Golf, 30 miles east of Ephrata, 10,500. Would like advisories to Boeing.
Number 15 Juliet Golf, Seattle Center, squawk 3257.
3257, 15 Juliet Golf.
And number 15 Juliet Golf, state aircraft again.
PA 32A slant Golf, Piper Saratoga.
Number 100 Juliet Golf, radar contact 26 miles east of the Ephrata VOR, the Spokane altimeter 2971.
2971, 15 Juliet Golf. Okay, I can see on the PilotEdge map 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 aircraft in the air behind me, more coming off. And a massive line. Like, if you're watching online, guys, you got to go to map.pilotedge.net and look at the conga line of aircraft going from Reno into Seattle. So if I look at the PilotEdge web main page, we're looking at right now 61 aircraft in the air, the vast majority of which are all going to converge on the Seattle Bravo airspace at the same time. This is going to be fun. Yeah, so be about this is, can you use an aircraft to update the air? Yes, I believe you can. I believe it just reads, this is the reality. So this is just a monitor with a bezel. It's really nice, it's self-contained. It can sit on a desk, you don't need to mount it into a panel. And then I dragged over the Reality XP. Uh-oh, I can tell somebody's on the network because I'm having trouble reading. I'm having trouble reading my dials, and that's what happens when one of my kids is streaming YouTube or something like that. So my stream quality may be dropping here for a second. Let's tell Mrs. Basement about that. So it's the screen. The screen works great. I dragged the Reality XP GNS 530 over to it, and it's running on that and doing a great job. The build quality is excellent. The real SimGear GNS 530 is a great unit, and for $400, I mean, you think about what you pay for SciTech gear. You know, I'd have a fully featured, you know, with that and the $49 to Reality XP, you basically have a real-world GPS sitting in your sim. And that's, I think, pretty amazing. Okay, airspace, we've got no problems. We're way over the top of all of it. Dual modem, yeah, that's a good idea, Bill. Hey, father, son, good to see you. Okay, so we are coming up to Wilson Creek, a little strip underneath us here. The Columbia River Gorge is off to our right and has been for some time. And we're going to be flying right over the Columbia River and part of the gorge here in a second. I saw the Grateful Dead play at the Columbia Gorge a couple of years ago before they stopped playing. Okay, I might as well start planning for arrival into Boeing. BFI is 1,000 pattern altitude. ATIS is 127.75. Tower is 118.3, and ground 121.9. I think in all my times on PilotEdge, that's the only time I've ever called guard. But I swear to God, if you look at the arrow level on ForeFlight, it puts an arrow level on top of the charts that you're looking at, which makes it easier to get to certain information. And when I scroll in on the postage stamp over Seattle Ephrata, it says 121.5. Now I should know that's guard, but it's a typo, it's 125.1. So bad on me and bad on them. Okay, we're coming up to the Ephrata VOR now. We're only 11 miles out. When we get there, we're going to change our heading. We're going to fly outbound on a 258 from, or if we like, we can just make it a 258-2 for Wenatchee, which is what I'll probably do. Ortho scenery looks good. The gorge beneath us looks cool. Calibrate my yoke a little bit. Ground speed 179 knots. We're doing pretty good here. We still have that 15 knot crosswind coming across us. I heard any calls from Seattle Center for a little bit. Everything's still okay there. Let's see. Another Piper is coming up behind me.
Verify 1 Delta Romeo,
Oh, there
Seattle
we go.
Center.
See if he starts showing up on the traffic here. Yep. So I've got traffic coming up behind me here. He's a Seminole.
Generate
He's doing
Seattle Center.
220 knots. He's going to be passing us off to this side.
Delta 165, it'll be several minutes for your clearance. You didn't follow any
There
of
he
our
is right
preferred
there.
routes,
There's
and
the
we're
traffic.
sort of busy handling some controller swapping, so you can expect about a 3 to 5 minute delay to get a clearance
So
for
you
you.
can see there's the target. There's the bogey coming up behind us. Pretty cool. Again, he's quite a bit below us. And then there's another traffic behind him that's well above us. I love that you can see the traffic like that. That is great. So cool. Look, it even tells me that's Billy Clap Lake. That's great. Okay, coming up to our VOR. In a minute here, we're
Seattle Center, Mitch 49er 22 Zulu is going to step away from the flight deck for a minute.
What you do, Roger?
Yeah, this thing is great. It really is. Fully endorse it. Okay, we're looking for that traffic. Is it possible that traffic's only at... I guess it could be just at 6,000 feet, right? Cruising below us. See if we can see him going by. Okay, we're coming up to a Frado VOR. We're going to get ready to switch over here as soon as this flips. See traffic there, almost to Bemis. Right to 256 in 4 seconds. Okay. Wait for our VOR to needle the flip. Looking for that traffic. Okay, we flipped. Switch our nav radios. Now in our new frequency, which is going to be 258.2. Like that. Where's that traffic? Oh, I got him. There he is. See his strobes. Yeah, he's a Seminole.
Seattle Center, Mitsubishi 49er 22 Zulu is back with you.
He's a Seminole.
Over 49er 22 Zulu rudder.
Controller swap. Okay, what are we flying here? We're flying. I want to fly 252 actually. Alright, we're right about on it. Yeah, got that traffic. We are separated. Seems certainly on an IFR flight plan. We've got some military traffic coming up ahead of us. See if they're on the bogies or on there yet. No, not yet. Okay. New heading here. No, 252, give about thereabouts with the wind. With X-Plane now and the new flight models, CSL models in X-Plane and PilotEdge, it makes it really hard to see other traffic. It's much more realistic. many controllers do you think they have on PilotEdge today? Well, so for the Western U.S., they certainly have ground at Reno, ground at Boeing, ground at Seattle.
Seattle Center of 143 Victor Tango.
By the way,
like
we've got,
looks
like we've got Mount Rainier in the distance now. They've got at least 3 controllers, if not 4 ground controllers, just Western
November
US.
143 Victor Tango descent pods discretion maintain level 240.
I've heard 3 different center controllers.
Pilot's discretion 240 will be an attribute.
They'll have 3 different tower controllers. They probably have 8 or 9 folks working. It's probably all hands on
Center
deck.
2 with 6 Delta, I'd like to step away for 2 minutes, please.
November 6 Delta approved as requested.
The traffic is
Thank
going
you.
to have to come up ahead of me here in a second.
November 434 Ed Papa Seattle Center, roger.
Okay, it's just a short hop over on the leg to Wenatchee. Then we're going to fly outbound on the 80 from radial, or I'm sorry, the 261 from it looks like it's about 260. Maybe 261 from. Yep, that's what I've got. Yeah, let's start working on scans and flying and not being distracted. Okay. Ortho scenery looks great. Downloaded it this morning. If you're not using orthographic scenery in X-Plane, highly recommend it. Does PilotEdge work for FSX? Yes. Steam? Yeah, Robert, you can fly X-Plane, FSX, any of the FSXs, all the way back to 9 if you want. Or Prepared 3 or Prepared 4 on PilotEdge all at the same time. And they have a pilot group, a test group of DCS guys who fly out of Nellis as well. So you can do military flights around the western U.S. It's all
November 434
pretty cool.
Papa, how much lower did you want?
Okay, once we get out of this, we're on our final leg in. It's only 85 miles, about 30 minutes into Boeing. We're going to have to start worrying about the Bravo airspace not long after we hop over the mountains.
November 434 Papa, descend and maintain 1.
If I look at the
2000.
weather there, wind 2206, so I disabled the weather. I'm running real world weather because I disabled real world weather because it's terrible. It's IFR all over the place. So we'll see what it has for that weather. I may quickly dip into the flight config screen and configure the weather so that it's consistent for where we're going. So that my landing is the same landing they would call for me. But we can do that when we get a little closer. One way to do it is to turn on real world weather and then just disable the clouds, but I kind of like the clouds I have going, so.
And Center 2, got 6 Delta, goes back up frequency.
Roger.
Okay. All right, we are coming up to the Columbia River Gorge. We're gonna fly right over the Columbia. I believe that's the Columbia. Yep. And then once we're to Wenatchee, then we're gonna go up past the Alpines Lake Wilderness area. We should clear it by 3,000 feet. Then we
November 143 Victor Tango, descend and maintain 16,000.
Then we'll drop
Seattle
into,
altimeter 29er 89er.
the area Seattle Bravo, the Seattle Bravo.
We're down to 16,000. 16,000.
The winds are coming from 26 down there.
November 00 Delta Whiskey, descend and maintain 16,000. Seattle altimeter 29er 89er.
29 or 89 and 16,000 0 Delta.
Probably give us 14 right. Or 14 left. We'll see. off here. My cross-track error is off. We can customize these. Change fields. Make this cross-track error. There we go. That's awesome. Loving the new GPS. ATP Flight School. That's real stuff, Sim Captain Mike. You're training for the bigs if you go there.
800 Delta Whiskey, cross Jackson at maintain 11,000.
Jackson 11,000 Delta Whiskey.
Let's just check our profile here and make sure I'm not going to run into any mountains. Nope, we should be okay. Yeah, there was an update to X-Plane, I think, in the last day or two, and I updated it this morning. It seems to be working great. I've had no problems getting decent frames, given everything I'm running, that we are running all this gear, including the camera and the streaming software. So that all seems to be pretty good. Go. Okay. Right over Ephrata, I can see the power line. There's a dam here, and I can see power lines down there. The gorge. Flip our VOR here in just a second. And start going over the Cascades. Now, we're going to have a bit of time here, especially as we go past Mount Stewart. That's Mount Stewart over there, where if we have a problem, we really don't have a whole lot of great options. So we're going to hope that everything keeps working. Okay, our VOR should flip here in just a second. Well, 260 is our next heading. There we go. 261 actually is what I'm going to fly.
Number 4922 Zulu, are you able any faster?
Roger, I can go fast, 220.
November 492 Zulu, how much faster?
Oh, I can go another 60 knots.
Number 4922 Zulu. Alright, speed is at your discretion, but just keep it faster than you are now.
Roger, I have a speed restriction by the previous controller, 220.
November 4922 Zulu, yeah, I'm giving you another speed restriction. Just go faster than you are now.
Roger that, 220.
Yep, you no longer have a speed restriction is what that means. Okay. Another traffic of interest around us. Although there's a bunch of traffic to the north of us. And again, if you look at the PilotEdge website and go to their map, you can see the insanity that's about to descend on Seattle. There's still people on the ground in Reno. There's still people on the ground in Glacier. Okay, so let's start planning. We're going to need to lose 9,500 feet at 500 feet a minute. That's going to take us 19 minutes to do. So in 20 minutes at 180 knots is going to be about 60 miles. So pretty soon here we need to start rethinking descent. The key thing though is until I'm past Mount Stewart, I got to keep my altitude up. I still have some 7,000 foot passes along the way. But then we'll need to get down below 6 before we are in the Bravo for Seattle.
Seattle Center, Epic 401 is here. We'd like to go ahead and start our descent.
There's the Bravo coming up.
November 40 and Tango Sierra. Yeah, I just gotta get some space between you and the leading aircraft to get you any lower right now.
No worries, 1 Tango Sierra.
November 1 Sierra, I can give you down to flight level 250 for now, if that does help.
We'll just go ahead and stay at 260 for now, but I appreciate it. 1 Tango Sierra.
Roger.
Lieutenant Kashmir off to that side. There's a airport up there we could glide to if we had a
November
problem.
1 Tango Sierra, 20 degrees right vectors for sequencing. I'll get you lower shortly.
20 right for 1 Tango Sierra. Appreciate it.
I can see Mount Adams out there. Of course, that's right near there. Pretty soon here, we're going to start thinking about altitude.
November 918, you go ahead.
This thing is awesome. I mean, I hope he can make them fast enough because
November 918, so you're saying you want to go to Spokane instead?
this is desperately needed, in my view.
November 918 Yankee, yeah, no problem. Clear to the Spokane airport via direct Spokane VOR, then direct. Maintain 16,000.
Seattle Center, Mitsubishi 4922 Zulu looking for lower.
November 492 Zulu, descend and maintain
Everyone's worried about
16,000.
their descent profiles now, reasonably
Down to
so.
16,022 Zulu.
Got to get down
November
fast.
918 Yankee, be correct. Clear direct
Once you're
Spokane.
up there, you got it down fast. Okay. Start getting ready for our descent checklist.
November 492 Zulu, cross Jackson and maintain 11,000. Seattle altimeter 2989er.
We got 20 minutes to
Cross
BFI.
Jackson and in 11,000
Do our vertical nav
altimeter
planning here real
2989 Zulu.
November 1 Tango Sierra, to maintain flight level 240.
I want to be...
Kind of 240 for 1 Tango.
Seattle Center 02 is the question.
for... Yeah, let's say...
Last aircraft calling with a question,
5
go
miles
ahead.
before. Hey, I get a transmit on that.
2102 Whiskey
Oh, that's
Alpha,
awesome.
Flight level 280. Just
I
curious
get a
on
receive
the
transmit,
Glacier one, are we okay at
retrieve
this
transmit signal on the
altitude?
GPS. That's
We'd
great.
be at the altitude indicated.
November 2102 Whiskey. You should be fine right now. I'll have a crossing restriction for you in a minute here.
Okay, thanks. I just wanted to learn. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Okay.
November 401 Tango CR, clear direct Jackson, cross Jackson, and maintain 1.
We lost him for the second, didn't we?
Saddle altimeter 2989.
I think it's loading Seattle scenery right now. Awesome mountains coming up on our right here.
it up to 11,000 feet. Or we're right at, where are we?
Seattle Center 1 Tango
A
Sierra.
little low. Don't get low when you're messing with the GPS, that's a dangerous thing.
Cross Jackson at maintain 11,000.
Okay, clear direct Jackson, cross at 11,000 and maintain for 1 Tango Sierra.
1 Tango Sierra, thanks. Seattle altimeter 29er 89er.
89er 1 Tango Sierra.
November 143 Victor Tango, descend and maintain 12 12,000.
12,000 troopers.
Then I should be able to change the fields here. So we can actually have this be
We're not going to Yankee Red.
VNAV. There we go. So as soon as it's ready to start telling me to descend, it'll start telling me to descend there and tell me what my descent profile should be, which is cool. Should be pretty soon though. Okay, so we're coming up here to Mount Stewart.
November 0 Whiskey, contact Seattle approach 125.6, cadet.
125.6, thanks.
November 210 Whiskey, cross Jackson at maintain 11,000. Saddle altimeter 29er 89er.
Cross Jack at and maintain 11,000. 0 to Whiskey.
November 786 Delta Echo, cross Jackson at maintain 11,000. Saddle altimeter 29er 89er.
Jackson at 11,000.
Yeah, so now it's telling me that we need to
November 143
start descending.
Seattle approach 125.6.
I'm not quite ready to start descending given that we're flying past these high mountains. And we'll really get weather here pretty soon. In fact, let's fix that now. Their weather there is showing 2206 on the ground. I'm going to just fix that right now. at 6 and from 220. Okay. Now we'll have the same one on the ground that we have there. Okay, we're coming up past Mount Stewart now. Right past us. That is cool.
November 422 Zulu, contact Seattle approach 125.6, good day.
My Mach now is very low and a lot of bass.
Yeah, 220.
Not sure why. Let me know what that is. I haven't changed anything. So let me know how that's on, guys, if you can. It jumped when I touched your throttle corner. Yeah. I think I might have bumped the,
Yankee, roger. Descend up, or descend and maintain 13,000 Spokane altimeter.
Let me know how that's sounding.
29er 72.
Especially before I make my next call to him. Okay, 127.75, let's go get that weather.
Aircraft calling the request, go ahead.
Love to pick it up on comm 2 if I could. Let's see if it'll work.
November 581 Romeo, roger, clear to the Spokane Airport. Via direct, descend and maintain 3,000.
Nope, I don't have it. Okay. Make sure we have him back. Seattle Center 15 Julie Golf would like to get the Boeing ATIS.
November 15 Juliet, Golf frequency chain approved.
Okay, let's see if we can get here. Oh. We're not picking it up. Too far away, maybe. It's okay, we know what we set our weather to, so we'll come back to him now. Center 15 Juliet Golf is back on frequency.
15 Juliet Golf, rudder.
Okay. Now we gotta start thinking about descent profiles. 600 feet a minute to make what we need to do. We gotta be below 6,000 before we get to that Bravo shelf. We're 16 minutes out. Descent checklist. Career heat, we don't have it. Power as needed. Airspeed, make sure full rich. Got the weather, we've got the wind. Nice view of Mount Rainier over here on this window, I gotta say. Kenneth, how does it sound now? We seem to be coming in. They've slowed down this traffic on our side now. They must be slowing him down for arrivals into Seattle. Because he's going to be at BMS in a minute here. I don't know how he can be 3,800 feet below us. I mean, he's like... Oh. Says he's doing 400 knots. That doesn't make sense. Huh. Maybe he's turning and going someplace else. Okay, no good options here if we have a problem. There's a lake down there we might be able to make it to. Better than crashing in the mountains, probably. Although ditching isn't good. I'm looking for roads. Not a lot of roads. Generally not a very pretty picture around here right now. Give you guys a view of Mount Rainier here for a second. Choppy. A little choppy. Maybe that's better. I don't know what the problem is with the mic. It was fine. Maybe there's a short. Anyway, there's Rainier. Don't know if you guys can see that. On the radio it's fine, but otherwise it's overmodulating big time. Okay.
Number 581 to Romeo, contact Spokane approach 123.75, good day.
I'll keep fiddling with stuff. I don't know why the push to talk would make a difference. But regardless.
November 786 Deco, cross Jackson at maintain 11,000.
Jackson at 11,000, 6 Delta Echo.
Number 6 Delta Echo, Seattle altimeter 298.9er.
Okay, we're coming up into the Saddle Basin.
November 401 Sierra, Seattle approach 125.6, good day.
125.6 is one to get us all.
November 981 Yankee, direction November 918 Yankee, contact Spokane approach 125.
Alright, so if it is modulating, I'm going to try not to talk too much. We've got a couple of jets coming beneath us here. showing up on this, are they?
15 Juliet, contact Seattle approach 125.6, good day.
Seattle approach 125.6, 15 Juliet, go.
United 3010 heavy, turn left 340, descend and maintain 4,000. Eclipse 3 Victor Tango, attack approach 133.65, advise of where you're heading.
13365 and we'll advise, George.
HE22 Zulu, heading 300.
A lot of traffic out there.
300, 22 Zulu.
Okay, let's switch tanks, final time. Fuel pump on.
Alaska 925, radar tag lost.
Positive fuel pressure. Fuel pump off. Okay. I'll keep talking. Seattle approach, Saratoga 15 Juliet off, 10,100.
Number 15 Juliet, Seattle approach, roger, maintain VFR, Seattle altimeter is 29er, 89er, advise when you have Papa at Boeing Field.
29er, 89er, and we already have the weather at 15 Juliet, go.
Thanks.
Okay. Alright, Seattle base in front of us.
Epic 1 Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 8,001 Tango Sierra.
I think we can start coming down.
Mitsubishi 22 Zulu to maintain 4,000.
Back off manifold pressure. Good to look at our terrain view right now. Not too much they can bite us.
Mitsubishi 22
Get back on our course.
Left at 250. 220.
Epic 1 Tango Sierra, turn right at 250, descend and maintain 6,000 vectors to final. 250 vectors, no 1 Tango Sierra.
Okay, let's
Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 6,000.
prop. It's full.
1 Tango Sierra. United 3010 heavy attack approach on 133.65, advise them of your heading.
Pressure full, Rich. Let's back out of the manifold pressure.
United 3010.
Come way out of the throttle. We don't want to go over speed here in our descent. And start slowing us down.
Mitsubishi 22 Zulu contact approach 133.65, advise them of your heading.
Over to 13.65, 22 Zulu.
Epic 1 Tango Sierra, just maintain 4,000.
Okay.
4,001 Tango Sierra.
Vertical nav is about 750. Key thing is we got to be below 6,000 before we enter the Bravo up here. So we got to get down fast. So we're going to go down here in this little valley here. Because I only have 5 miles to get below it if we go drop right over this mountain. So we're going to go down here and then pop out this other side. That'll put us below 6,000 feet, which is where we need to be. Yeah, I just wonder if they're hearing the same thing on the PilotEdge side. Now I can hear myself and I sound fine. So I'm not sure what the issue is. I'll ask him before I torture him.
United 454 count approach 133.65. Good day.
It might be something in terms of how it's getting through to the capturing software.
Epic 1 Tango Sierra attack approach 133.65, advise them of your heading. 3365, advise the heading, Tango Sierra.
Okay, we're down to 6,500, 500 feet to go. I'm gonna ask him. Seattle approach 15 Juliet Golf, how's my modulation?
5 Juliet Golf, roger.
Roger, I guess that means my modulation, okay. scenery. We're obviously loading scenery because we got all kinds of delays. I keep a lot of this scenery on an external drive.
Afternoon, Seattle, Premier 2102 Whiskey 1000, information Oscar, request vectors, ILS 14 right.
Number 210.
Okay.
Like ILS runway 14 right approach.
So we're coming in over North Bend. Okay, I hear that. So yeah, my audio just did something weird.
10,000. Previous 18, Seattle, Roger. Verify you have ATIS information, Echo at Seattle, and expect ILS runway 16 right approach.
Have Delta will get updated ATIS, expect 16 left. Previous 18.
Previous 18, 16 right, ILS approach.
Sorry, ILS 16 right, thank you. Previous 18.
Premier 02 Whiskey, information Papa's turn at Bowling Field as well. Advise when you got that. I believe you checked in with Oscar.
Yep, we'll pick it up, clear X-Search Whiskey.
Seattle approach, Southwestern 5 at 107.
Southwest 505.
Okay, we are now below 6,000 feet.
ILS runway 16 right approach.
Let's get back to doing what we're doing.
16 left. Southwest 505.
Southwest 505, 16 right.
16 right, 500.
So that's the shelf needed to be below.
Descend to main 6,000.
Descend to maintain 6,000, 318.
It might be something with the flight sim software.
Was your 2 Whiskey, Roger, thanks.
Okay, we're 4,000 feet. We'll stay here. In fact, what's our next shelf? It's 5,000.
491, 16-3, descendant Hawk 6.
So there's no reason for us not to go down to 3,500 now.
American 491, Seattle, Roger, return, correction, flighting 360 to be approved vectors for descent to maintain 10,000.
Okay, so our little descent plan worked, diving in that valley.
American 491 heading 36, expect the ILS runway 16 right approach.
Got some traffic running behind us here. Traffic.
16 right, American 491.
Okay, let's get ready with Boeing Field, Boeing Towers 118.3.
Premier 02 Whiskey, to maintain 8,000.
8,000 to Whiskey.
Okay.
Premier 02 Whiskey, heading 250 vectors, 2 final.
Right turn 2500 Whiskey.
Seattle approach, JE326, flight level 199, descending Olympia 2, Echo.
Okay, the final shelf of the Bravo is 3,000. So we'll have to go down to that eventually here.
Seattle approach, American 25, flight level 213.
Positive rate, the GPS is spectacular. Go to one. It's awesome.
We'll expect the ILS 16 right, American 225.
It's our train view. How great is that? That's the Reality XP software, but it's running on the... It's running on the unit that I unboxed last night.
Premier 02 Whiskey, to maintain 4,000.
Okay. Just take a look at...
505 and altitude maintain 7,000 on the arrival.
Take a look at PilotEdge page. The other map's looking.
7,000 and confirm speed restrictions via the Hawk 6 or...
Oh man, Seattle is just a miss.
We can reduce speed now to 250.
That's awesome.
250 Southwest.
American 491, turn left, 030 vectors for descent.
030, American 91.
American 1, turn left, heading 330 vectors for descent. American 491, turn left, 330 vectors for descent.
Left 330, American 491.
Southwest, correction, now doing 318, expedite your descent to 6,000 for traffic.
Okay.
Altitude maintain 8,000 for traffic, 12 o'clock, 4 miles same direction. It's going to be at Boeing 787 at 7,000 descending.
Roger, I'm showing 7.7, so all well.
Hit that Southwest 505 to the traffic ahead in sight, 12 o'clock, 4 miles same direction descending.
There's airspace out ahead.
Okay, thanks. Southwest 505, maintain visual separation with that trap.
Roger.
Okay.
491, reach speed at 250.
We're at 250 on American 491.
Next off is 5,000 feet. Go over this little hill, and then we'll come down to 3.
0.7 for 11 with Papa.
Number 786 Delta Coast.
In fact, we might as well just get down to 3 now. No reason to push our luck, because I'll have to be down 2,500 feet before the shot after this. So this little sliver here is 500, but then the sliver after that is 3,000.
American 2250, count approach 133.65.
Over to 3365, American 2250.
Southwest 505, trying to maintain 7,000.
Down to 7,000 and still coming up on the guy in front of me.
Southwest 505, yeah, it's showing 6,000 now, so 7,000 should be fine.
Yeah, we got a lot of traffic around Seattle and Boeing Field. A lot of stuff going on. It's going to be fun.
Southwest 505, reaching 1,000, reduce speed to, actually correction, just maintain your present speed. Right, you're doing 250, you said?
I'm currently showing towards 0 and slowing down to 230.
Okay, so
191 right, heading 30.
I've got Boeing Field is up here.
91.
See, yeah, it gets down there.
491 to maintain 8,000.
Descend 8,000, American 191.
JUSA 326, reduce speed to 250, then descend to maintain 10,000.
We're showing 250 now, we're going down to 10,000, JSA 326.
Nice.
Okay, I presume he's going to give us...
Laser 2 Whiskey Tech, approach 133.65, advise him of your heading.
I presume he's going to give us... 1-4. Oh no, he'll probably give us...
It's yellow approach, south with a 505. Just
He'll give us 3-2.
Alright, top of 505, okay. You're gonna overtake, so you'll be fine though. Basically altitude spacing right now. Roger.
Make this to 320. Oops. Now that gives us our...
Freewing 18, count approach 133.
That gives us our approach path. Makes it easier for us to fly up.
If it wasn't given to you already, reduce speed to 210 or less. 210 or less, contact approach 133.
So I set the OBS to the runway heading, that'll make it easier for us to fly a decent pattern.
133.65, freewing 18.
Seattle approach, UPS 1802 heavy, level 17,000.
Southwest 505, everybody descending to 7,000.
Descending now, 7,000. 5 sir.
Okay, thanks. American 491, reduced to 210 or less.
Okay.
210 or less, American 91.
JUSA 326, reaching 1,000, reduced speed to...
SeaTac on there.
At 10,000.
Boeing Field right in front of us.
Number 786, Echo, descend to maintain 8,000, expect ILS runway 14 right approach, if I didn't give that to you already.
Train advisory.
Alright, Delta Echo.
UPS 802 heavy.
That's handy.
You were checking and expect ILS runway 14 right at Boeing Field. Papa's current there.
That's correct for UP 1802 heavy, we'll expect 14 right ILS. Thanks.
American 491, turn left 33.
14 right.
330, American 491.
Southwest 505, tech approach 133.65, advise them of your speed and heading. Correction, speed and altitude.
3365, all of us.
505, speed and altitude.
Advise speed and altitude, 505.
JUSA 326, going to maintain 6,000.
6,000, JSA.
Okay, I've got it. Got the field. 2,500 feet, we're below the bottom of the shelf. We are...
UPS 18-0, heavy, descend to maintain 10.
7 miles out.
10,000 UPS 1802.
Just confirm you were descending 13, that's what I show as signed.
Let's slow us down.
That's not what we're instructed for, UPS 1802 heavy.
Okay, yeah, you were showing 13 assigned here, so you're just level at 17 right now, correct?
That's correct for UPS 1802.
Okay, thanks. UPS 1802, have you confirmed descended, maintain 10,000 at this time?
Descend and maintain 10,000 UPS 1802.
Boy, there's a bunch of aircrafts down here. Aircrafts.
Yeah, we just came with the center. He did say you were given descent via the Olympia too. That's why it was showing in your data block there.
Seattle approach 15 Julie Golf is 5 miles, Boeing.
I don't think it's on.
5 Julie Golf, Roger. Stand by for a handle.
Sorry guys, basement flight didn't get my attention.
I don't think it's on.
He thought the camera wasn't running.
170, we have the weather.
Southwest 335 Seattle approach, expect ILS runway 16 right approach.
Okay, we'll expect that, South 235.
American 491 count approach 133.65. Advise them of your heading and altitude.
3365 with American 491.
Duke 6 Echo, turn right heading 280, vectors 2 final.
I'm getting some pretty bad frames here. There we go. Fix that. Let's make a quick graphics adjustment. Okay.
Remember 5 Julie, radar service terminated. Stay on your present beacon code. Contact Boeing Tower 118.3. So long.
Keep the squawk code in the Boeing Tower 118.3, 15 Julie Golf.
Approach 6 Delta.
Boeing, good morning. Saratoga 15 Julie Golf, inbound full stop.
15 Juliet Golf, Boeing Tower, good morning, enter a left downwind, runway 14 left, report midfield.
Enter left downwind for 14 left, 15 Julie Golf. Okay, just like we suspected, we are on perfect path for that. I can see airplanes flying all over the place. Okay, descent, checklist, fuel pump on, landing line on, strobes already on. Line is on, prop is in, mixture is rich. Coming down to 1,000 feet, pattern altitude. Okay, 100 knots. That's giving me speed and altitude warning. Pattern altitude here is 1,000 feet. One 4 left. Okay, entering the downwind. Okay, hear that guy.
3010, thanks, get ground point 9.
I see in 3010.
There's our field right in front of us. Got some frame rate issues. We're doing okay. There goes my audio problem again. I don't know what that's about.
Boeing Tower Premier 210 Whiskey ILS 14 right, just inside Asaki.
2102 Whiskey Boeing Tower. Good morning, runway 14 right, clear to land, wind 210 at 6.
Clear to land 14 right, 0 Whiskey, good morning.
15 Juliet Golf, no need to report, base turn your discretion, runway 14 left, clear to land, wind 210 at 6.
1206, okay. Base turn at our discretion for 14 left, 15 Juliet Golf. Okay, well, we'll have the numbers.
Just confirm the landing here, it's 14 left, clear to land.
14 left, clear to land. Okay, we've got aircraft going over the top of us. There's this hillside here which surprises me a little bit. I wonder why they would have a pattern altitude of 1,000 feet if that was along a little bit low, but I started my descent, so let's just eyeball it. I like my base about now. Okay, go down. Push notch flaps.
On Bravo 3.
Okay, make our base turn. 14 left. OBS.
You'll see a Serica at your 11 o'clock, about 3 miles. He's just making the base turn. He'll be for the left side.
Okay, thanks. We'll look at the traffic and we'll stay lined up here 1-4 right, sir.
Next launch. Gear down locked. Turning on to final.
And 0 Whiskey has the traffic sight.
0 Whiskey, thanks.
Feel that wind right where we're gonna. Of course, mine is a little lower because I set it to 6 knots, but. Okay, let's get us trimmed. Next notch. Okay, gas is on full tank. Undercarriage down is locked. Mixture's rich. Prop is full. We are on glide slope. Speed is good. More power. Little low. Low power. The UPS taxiing by. Roll out. Brakes on this thing are all over the place. Alright, beautiful. Great flight. Alpha 7.
5 Juliet Golf, hold short of Alpha, ground point 9, we'll see you.
Hold short of Alpha and go down on point 9 or 1-5 to the Golf.
0 Whiskey, where do you park today?
I'm gonna turn right here, Bravo 5 GA parking.
0 Whiskey, thanks. Hold short of Bravo, contact ground point 9.
Just gets past.
Bravo, contact ground point 9.
There you go. Okay, go to ground on 12.9. Boeing Grand Saratoga 1-5 to the Golf is clear of 1 for left at Alpha 7. We'll go straight ahead.
Saratoga 1-5 Juliet Golf, rolling ground, taxi to parking via Alpha. Good day.
Parking by Alpha 1-5 Juliet Golf, thank. Okay.
Good afternoon, Boeing ground. Premier 210 Whiskey's just clear 14
Laps
right
up.
on the west side.
Fuel pump off. Landing lights, strobes off.
Premier 2102 Whiskey, Boeing ground, taxi to parking via Bravo. Good day.
Parking to Bravo, or via Bravo with you. Thanks, 0 Whiskey. Good day.
No crosswind on that landing, but that was okay. We'll just go park over here. Okay, so that was fun. A lot of traffic. I didn't see as much as I would have if I'd gone out of Kalispell, but would still be in the air for another hour and a half. I just didn't have the time or the patience for that. Turn here. Maybe we can see some planes coming and going. That would be a good time to put on the VR headset and go see everyone around. If I look here on the charts, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aircraft on the ground here right now, including me. Thank you for the compliment on the landing. Yeah, we made it down. I'll go back and trouble check whatever the sound problem might have been. Let's follow the books here though. After landing, flaps are up, fuel pump is off, landing is off, strobes off. Transponder, we will now go to BFI. Take off, shut down, prevent avionics. Okay.
Right between Bravo 5 and
So, I'm going to go ahead and log off the PilotEdge. Well, no, we'll see some cool stuff. So, before I turn off
November 2102 Whiskey, yeah, that's approved. You can reposition to the northwest ramp via Bravo, and if you'd like, yeah, you can take Bravo to the northwest corner of the Boeing ramp.
I can see all kinds of airplanes moving around here. It's very cool. If there are any other approaches we get to see coming in, let me look on the PilotEdge chart here for a second.
02 Whiskey.
Yep, 02 Whiskey, did you catch that?
I did, and about how far would you like? Because I could actually put you on the Zulu taxiway if you're not going to go all the way to the end of Zulu.
Oh, thanks very much. No, it's okay. I'll just.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
60 others online today, so never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic turnout. We appreciate you guys coming out, and I hope you enjoyed it.
PilotEdge is awesome.
You guys are awesome. Glad to have you.
Yeah, so when I was coming and making that turn on the final, it was pretty cool. I could see like a 757 flying right over on final into Seattle. The final approaches into Seattle go directly, in SeaTac go directly over the top of Boeing Field. So it's kind of a cool place to be. There's still aircraft coming into Boeing, if I look and see.
Premier 210.
And still
and, there's another spot on the northeast.
Quite a bunch of people in here coming from California.
Right over Alpha 1 and then make a left. You can get clear of the movement area over there, and that way you could get a view of the left and right sides.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll taxi Bravo 1 and hold short.
We should ask for departure fly from here to Seattle from SeaTac. That would be not a kind thing to do. Okay, alright. Yeah, Phil, you just made it. I just landed. It was a great flight, had a lot of fun on PilotEdge here. For those who, so just to sum up, we flew from Spokane to Boeing Field. Good performance the whole way. I had some frame hits at the very end, but when you're running all this stuff, that's kind of inevitable. So I backed off my graphic settings just a bit. PilotEdge was awesome the whole time.
And you can make the
key thing is that we
I'll let you know when you're clear of the movement area.
The key thing is that we
right at Bravo 1, and then we'll turn right.
Demoed not only PilotEdge fly event, and I'm going to go ahead and log off PilotEdge now.
Disconnected.
We not only demoed, no, my airplane's the airplane on the ramp, I'll just not only did we demo or show a PilotEdge event with over 60 people flying in, it was really cool. We had traffic almost the whole way. We had people flying over the top of us. We had people moving around here and ramp in Boeing and also heading over to Seattle and SeaTac. But we also showed a new real sim gear GPS 530. So for those who didn't pay attention early on or weren't paying attention or missed it, or those who just logged in late, Real Sim Gear sent me this demo unit last night. I have drag over the pop-out screen with no bezel for the Reality XP GTN 530 plugin, though you can do the default X-Plane plugin as well. But every button on this thing works, and it's awesome. And when I was tuned to the VOR, it actually gives me the VOR, what the radio is that I'm on, the distance. It's really pretty cool. It shows when PilotEdge was transmitting or when I was carrying, it showed the transmit receive up there by the comm, so I could see that. It showed traffic. I've disconnected so we can no longer see the traffic, but if I were to log back onto PilotEdge quite quickly, it should load the traffic.
Connected to PilotEdge.
I might have to go back to this. It might take a second for it to show up. But it showed traffic. It showed
Premier 02 Whiskey, you still on?
Train.
Yes, sir. 02 Whiskey.
Shows me where I am inside the airspace.
Is a heavy 747 on about a 6-mile final.
Oh, I want to see that.
Awesome. Should be a show. Thanks very much, 02 Whiskey.
Absolutely, and there's a Duke at 5 miles in trail.
Very cool.
That's cool. I'm glad we got to hear that. The GTN works great. All the units, all the buttons work. The push buttons here work, just like they normally would. It's not showing the radar because we're actually above the, we're too low here to be able to see the radar. We're under the scope. so we wouldn't pick that up on the ground very easily. But certainly shows terrain. We've got big terrain problems, as you can see. Trying to see that 747 go on final. Can't quite see it. Yeah, there's a big UPS coming in on top of us. But the unit is really, really slick. The way it works is great, and it's it even does with the GTN 530. I mean, the screens are all accurate, but the key thing is this thing is rock solid. The buttons are reliable. They are crisp. Everything works just the way it's supposed to work. I couldn't recommend this more. $400, I think, is worth it. For sure. When you think about what you pay for SciTech equipment, and this thing is really well made, and if it doesn't fit in your panel, you can attach it, you can set it on your desk. It's fully contained unit, it has feet, and you can run feet, you can set it on your desk. So even if you just fly with a monitor, there goes that 747, by the way, I don't know if you guys can see it. But, and here comes somebody on a funnel in for us. I wonder if the 747's coming in here. That looks like a heavy coming in over here. Actually, let's see what happens. Let me build this up just a little bit. It's sag on us just a bit. Yeah, there's a 747 making approach right now. That's pretty cool. Here it comes. I can see him. You might be able to just see him out the side window. It's a BA livery. It's gonna go right in front of us. Oh, that's sweet. That's awesome. Fun. Cool. Anyway, that was cool. So back to the GPS. This thing is rock solid. It's awesome. He's making a 430. He's going to try to make 430 also. I may try to get that because that's what I use in the real aircraft, and I could place one of these with it probably. But you know, compared to buying SciTech gear, especially used SciTech gear, and I might need some because my TPM seems to have gone out. This thing is awesome. Highly recommended. RealSimGear.com. You can check it out. Okay, everybody. Does it work well, Phil? Yeah, it's meant just for, thanks, Lewis, that's very nice. Yeah, it's made just for X-Plane as far as I know. There goes Southwest traffic into Seattle. This is these PilotEdge events, man, when they have 60 or 70 guys in the air all flying into the same field or two, it's great. It's like the world. It's really, really cool. So, let's see, are we on ground right now? Yeah, 121.9. You should theoretically be switching over.
Tower, UPS 1802 Heavy's off the runway at Bravo.
Yeah, so it rendered as a BA flight for us, it's UPS for him. That's cool.
UPS 1802 Boeing ground. And Texan to the Boeing ramp.
Boeing ramp, UPS 1802 Heavy, thanks. See ya.
UPS 1802, Texan Boeing ramp via Bravo. Have a good day.
That's cool.
Boeing ramp via Bravo, UPS 1802 Heavy.
Yeah, so SciTech gear and the rest, I mean, this thing is great. Obviously, I think it's really, really great. So, highly recommend it. Everybody, thanks for watching. Yeah, lots of ground traffic. Lots of stuff moving around here. We've got lots of planes coming in. About 70 guys were online coming into either Seattle or Boeing today. A lot of the folks coming into Boeing are still in the air because they came from Kalispell. If I look at my traffic on 4-flight, there's airplanes all over the place. So that's the word. I'm not getting any traffic here because we're too low. It's just part of the deal. So I can switch my barometer there. Cool. All right. Things you know. Things you learn. The more you know. So thanks for watching. I'm going to produce a demo review video of the GPS 530. I shot some video of it today. I might pull together some clips from this if I can download it and add it to it. Otherwise, highly recommend it. RealSimGear.com. Check it out. And as always, thanks for watching on the glide slope. Here comes that 747 taxiing to the ramp. And it was nice. I don't know what the real world weather was like here today. Let's find out. I see more traffic flying right over the top to Seattle now. Xenviro on. Let's see what we get. And so check out PilotEdge. Check out the demo. You can get a 2-week demo of it if you haven't flown with it. It's a great way to learn airspace. It's a great way to learn air traffic control and radios really work. If you aren't a real-world pilot, I think it improves your quality of experience in terms of the sim immeasurably, because it forces you to learn how things really work. I barely knew how to traffic pattern. I didn't know how traffic pattern worked when I started doing this, and now thanks to PilotEdge, not only do I know that stuff, but I've also almost completed my private pilot training. There goes that 747 across. And then realsimgear.com for this awesome GPS unit. It's worth checking out. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Oh, if you have questions about the sim, all of this, www.ontheglideslope.net. I've got plans, specs for the computers, all kinds of stuff there that you can get that'll help understand how I use it and what happens with the sim here. In the basement, out the closet, now the closet simulator. Thanks for watching again.